Hi, it's Karen Kubicko, and thanks again for joining me with Discovering Your Past Lives. So, today's topic is all about setting an intent. Intent is key to everything that you want to do, you want to manifest, you want to create in your life. It's no different than when you have an intent that you have set to remember a past lifetime. So if you have a desire or a want to have a particular outcome when you are in the midst of remembering a past lifetime, that would be your intent. An intent would be like a goal for whatever you'd like to accomplish during a past life regression. Now, there's lots of intents that are for remembering a past lifetime that you could set. Some examples are healing an emotional or physical issue. If you have something that is unexplainable here in this current lifetime, it might be able to be explained in a past life. Of course, you can always explore relationships, all kinds of things with that. Why do you feel so connected to your mother? Why do you have such a bad relationship with a coworker? How many lifetimes did you have with your child? It just feels so comfortable, like you've known them forever. You can figure that out with a past life regression. You can set the intent to be a specific fear or phobia. Let's say, for example, fear of flying, something along that line, or maybe even spiders or something. Always asking for the root cause of that fear or of that phobia, a root cause of that relationship we just mentioned. Sometimes people set the intent to find out if they can chit chat with one of their spirit guides and find out what their life purpose is. But you could set the intent to find a past lifetime where you felt very fulfilled and that gave your life purpose. And that past life might inspire you to do something different with your current lifetime. Of course, the past life regression could uncover any kind of pattern that you might have with behaviors, relationships, any of that kind of thing to kind of figure out where did that start. Again, looking for a root cause and setting that intent for your past life regression. Because when you understand where the root cause happened, you can really understand why you might have started that pattern through many past lives, including this one. Sometimes it just gets compounded over time. Another example of setting an intent would be one to find a strength or a talent that you might have over many lifetimes. And you can bring that knowledge and understanding back into this current lifetime. Let's say, for example, you were looking for something that maybe was a creative talent of yours that you might not have considered in this current lifetime. And then you remember a lifetime where you were fantastic at sculpting. And so in this lifetime, you're a hairdresser. It doesn't seem like it's related, but sculpting is pretty much what you're doing when you're cutting hair. You're sculpting someone's hair to look a certain way. So how could you apply that to clay or marble or some other medium that might be exciting for you? So setting an intent to find out what makes you feel very passionate or very excited about any kind of hobby or work or that kind of thing. You know, a talent, a skill deep within you, your strength. One of my favorite intents when someone comes to see me for a past life regression personally is to figure out their spiritual growth path, how to become more connected to who they really are as a spiritual being, how to awaken even more, maybe even looking for a past lifetime where they were an amazing healer or seer or psychic or intuitive of some kind, and to understand why they're so passionate about being healthy when they eat, learning all about teas and herbs and those kinds of things. Maybe they've taken the time to learn Reiki and energy healing work of some kind. And in a past lifetime, they locate that knowledge and understanding. They see why they love it so much. And what's really cool is when you set the intent to find a lifetime like that, you can bring forward those skills and talents too. Sometimes people have set intents for a past life regression to work through some kind of loss or grief. So let's say, for example, someone you cherished so much in this lifetime passed on the other side. We've had lifetimes with them before. So maybe you come across a past lifetime where you've shared that life with them in another time, in another place. And then you get to reconnect, like really reconnect with that person. Maybe get your chance to say goodbye, give them that last hug again. Something along those lines. I've had people actually have experiences where they have gone into a past lifetime, they've connected with them in a different life, and then once they go into the light, they are given that awesome opportunity. So they get to greet them in the light, meet that passed over person that they adored, and really get a chance to reconnect with them in a very real way. Another example of an intent could be that if you've had a historical dream of some kind that you think maybe could be a past life of yours, you could set the intent, well, if I've had a past life in maybe Gettysburg because I love it so much, or Paris, or some other place that's very different from where you currently live, maybe you've had a past life there. So you could set the intent if you've had any lifetimes in that particular city or place, or even time period, just to see what comes up. Try not to have too many specifics, but just to see what comes up for you. It's a great intent. It's kind of fun. But sometimes people set the intent to just whatever comes to you, just because they're curious to learn more about if I've had a past life, I'm not really sure what to focus on. I don't really have any fears or phobias or anything specific that is coming to mind right now. But maybe you set the intent to remember a lifetime that's just been very happy, very loving, someone in your life that's very kind to you, just to feel that. Or you can set the intent where you can remember a lifetime where you felt very confident, very empowered in some kind of way. And again, that's another opportunity to bring that knowledge and that feeling forward into this current lifetime to help you now. So what happens if you don't set an intent? Well, I can tell you right now, most of the time when someone does not set an intent, the underneath subconscious reason for most people to come have a past life regression is for some kind of healing. So when you are in the heaven space and you've gone into the light, it's blissful. You're working with angels to help you heal on a deep energetic level, honestly, and it's just so beautiful. So when you get to that space of I am here to help myself heal in some energetic, spiritual, emotional way, and you haven't set an intent, a very specific one of some kind, sometimes people go to a place, it doesn't really seem like an actual place, but all they see is morphing, beautiful colors coming in waves over their face. They could be blues, greens, yellows, reds, whatever comes to mind, and it's very blissful. Normally when I have people have this experience, they have their eyes closed and they have such a grin on their face, like they're in pure bliss because they found this healing space. It's really the heaven space, to be honest. And these morphing colors are colors of unconditional love being washed over you as you're receiving that healing energy from the angels in that heaven space. Those colors are connecting to your chakras. And if you don't understand what chakras are, we're going to talk about those in a future video. There's a lot of things that you could set as an intent, but if you can't decide right this second, just put it out there. My intent is to remember a happy, loving past lifetime. So you have a beautiful experience. You get to experience a really nice, loving interaction, potentially with somebody, or allowing yourself to feel very fulfilled in that happy lifetime. It's a great intent. As part of the intent, it's really great to set the intent to include, I would like to find the root cause of this fear, the root cause of this relationship pattern, the root cause of why I love this particular thing so much, and see what happens. So now I want you to take a moment, pull out that workbook or your notebook, and write down just 2 or 3 intents that you'd like to set for your experience for a past life regression, so you can see what comes up. Sometimes when people set like a whole list of intents, it's very interesting because maybe they'll have 2 or 3 lifetimes come up, and it kind of answers all those questions. It's really kind of nice. So take a moment to write that down. Okay, now it's time for you to find a place to relax where you won't be disturbed and you can feel at ease while you listen to this guided meditation to help you understand more about setting intents and allowing the information to come to you. And stay tuned for the next module where we will discuss why it's so important to not judge, don't analyze while you are remembering a past life.